Hey, you guys. So, thank you guys for joining me for another tarot pick a card. It might not even be an actually, if it's a pick a card, it's gonna be very short. But somebody thought life was like the movies. Um, someone perception of reality. They thought life was like the movies, and perhaps they could have had certain privileges. Um, maybe they had pretty privilege. Maybe they had handsome privilege, things of that nature. Maybe they had resources and they were able to get away with doing certain things with the resources that they had. So, in their minds, they were conditioned to think that life was like the movies. Now, it's October. Um, and the movie Hocus Pocus came to mind. So, since they could have had those resources to go, just get away with just about doing anything, they were able to convince people to, you know, help them out since they had the material resources that others needed. They neglected to actually build the internal skills to keep what they had. So I'll basically be real brief. In my early experience of learning to, you know, attract things that I needed and wanted, I didn't exactly have the internal skill sets, like understanding what it is I'm attracting, understanding the pros and cons of it, understanding how my external environment, if they had those resources or didn't have those resources. Um, I didn't take into accountability, to be aware of how my external resource, of how my external resource and um, external community would react. So I didn't exactly know how to protect those things. So I lost a lot. I had gained much and lost it so many times. So this person could have been able to, you know, not experience hitting a low bottom because they were able to easily attract material resources that they were able to give to people, to do their dirty work for whatever they needed, whatever this is involving. And they're coming to find out life is not like the movies. um, for example, I saw a commercial, and this isn't the movies, but I saw a commercial where the woman was like, "We finally got the house," but you don't exactly see the toil and labor, the internal growing pains that take place to get that house. You know, so this person was able to get things quite quickly, quite easily, and this actually, and because they weren't taking the time to build those internal skills to be able to keep what they had long term, to protect it in a manner where they'll be able to pass it on to generations or so they could fully appreciate it. They thought life was like the movies. Most High, divinely guide and lead me. I'm your humble servant here to deliver clear, concise, effective messages. What would you like the people watching this video to know? Well, we have the Six of Clubs, Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, uh, and the Empress. All right, so yeah, this will be a short video. I don't feel like doing a quick 3 pound pick a card. Just don't feel like it. But this video is saying the cards, and I'm gonna show you guys the cards. If you've dealt with someone who thought life was like the movies, And with this King of Swords, if they try to create restrictions for you, where your freedom will be compromised, legal situations, all this backfiring. It's like I'm picturing someone who could have been accustomed to having a certain amount of money with the Nine of Pentacles, and they could have thought this money will always be there. So if they got you involved in a lawsuit, the comfortability that they had, they could have been thinking, I'm gonna go into court and win this thing. And life is not like the movies with the Tower and the Justice. With this Five of Wands here, people that they were working with betrayed them with this Three of Hearts. Now, perhaps they didn't see this coming, but you could have saw this coming with the Three of Clubs. No, with the with the Three of Clubs here, with the Three of Wands. Because with this Seven of Cups here, the people who betrayed them fed their ego. So whatever psychosis they all shared, it worked for them in that moment because they had that Nine of Pentacles. Where is that Nine of Pentacles? It's like, for example, I'll give you guys a practical example. You could have a wealthy person, and hold on. Also, the people that betrayed the person, if this is connected to a court case, they're also gonna get sentences as well. They probably try to get vindicated, but that's not happening. But for that practical example, you can have someone who has a comfortable amount of finances, and they can like to live a certain lifestyle, and they may want to be surrounded by certain people. There's nothing wrong with that. But if that lifestyle can be harmful to others, well, they can attract people who will go along with whatever they're putting out because they're getting something from it. As long as they're not being directly harmed by it, as long as they're not feeling the uncomfortability that, this lifestyle is harming, they'll sit there and be like, yeah, go ahead. And they'll join in. As long as they're getting something from it. So someone was very comfortable. They had a lush amount of money. The people that they attracted, could have noticed the toxicity that they had, but they didn't say anything because they were benefiting from this person's resources. Well, those people turned their backs on them. So whoever thought life was like the movies, whoever thought they could basically get you involved in something, if this is a legal case, the people that they had around them wanted what they had as well. So they didn't mind, getting that person comfortable. So comfortable to the point where this person, thought with their finances, if this is a court case, they thought things would just go in their favor. Ooh, child. So, if this is a court case, this court case gonna make history. It's like a group of idiots got together and thought, let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. A group of idiots got together and thought the lifestyle we're living is valid. They weren't cultivating accountability. They weren't cultivating discipline. They weren't cultivating awareness of others. They were just like, look, we have the resources. No one said or done anything about what we're doing, so we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. So these people got so comfortable that some of them could have been like, we can have more money coming in if we get a lawsuit involved. Child. Well, they could have had popularity with the Six of Wands due to the resources that they had. Also, there was competition among the group. So, that false confidence, that pride that they had going into something, they was thinking, we gonna win this shit. And they quickly found out that the people that were fanning them because they resources ain't the legal system. So if you have had someone or a group of individuals who condition themselves for failure, they got so comfortable. When I say they got so comfortable, bruh, they could have got so comfortable that I'm imagining someone bringing bonbons into the bedroom. It's like you got like their bedroom is full of all their favorite things, so they don't have to leave the house. And they could have carried this attitude with them outside of the home. They could have went above and beyond to convince people the comfortability we have is going to stay here forever. So we know better. So if we tell you something, go along with it. Only to discover that their comfortability was not shared among many people. So a lot of people turn their backs on them. This is what you can learn from this situation. Use discernment. I don't give a flying fuck if you in the public eye. I don't give a flying fuck if you have financial independence. Don't be foolish and treat your external environment how you treat your home. Or how you feel at home. If you feel good in your house, if you got everything you want in your house, don't come outside and expect everybody else to treat you how you feel in your house. And this is exactly what these people did. So when they went to if this is a legal case, they got real comfortable, unaware that, the privileges that they had, everybody didn't have it. Now, what fucked them up is because they went outside their home and they got too comfortable and had no humility. They went out and just showed their asses because they had finances. They expected the external world to treat them how their cushiony life that they had will work. So, if you had some people thinking they will win a court case because mentally they prepared themselves for failure by being so comfortable that they would negatively react, were made to feel uncomfortable, you won your court case. Yeah, you won your court case. We got the Empress here. It don't matter how pretty you are. It don't matter what you got. You can't come outside your home and try to convince other people to act as if that what you say goes. If somebody don't get along with if somebody don't agree with what you got going on, you sit there and keep it pushing. But these people, I'm picking up on some. I'm not seeing the Empress in reverse, but I'm picking up on some people. They had privileges. They had amazing privileges, and they thought that they could sit there and subject how they felt about themselves. And this is some insecurities coming up, and make others bow down to them. They went outside their house. I'm queen, bow down to me. And they did some fucked up shit. Work with some people. We could be picking up on some people in the public eye. These people, they thought life was really like the movies, and they got set up for failure. Because if this isn't connected to a legal case, the legal system don't make no money off popularity. If the legal system makes decisions off of what is popular in the community, the legal system is not going to have any power, because it's going to be scandal and nothing but corruption. So somebody who had finances, let's talk about it. Somebody who had pretty privilege came outside and bowed down to me. They used their resources. They thought they were going to come up into a court case and win that shit based off of popularity. Remember, the legal system don't work that way. The legal system don't work off popularity. For example, if a pedophile is famous, and let's talk about, for example, R. Kelly. If R. Kelly had children and they gave the children to R. Kelly because R. Kelly's famous, and those children later came out and said R. Kelly touched them, the legal system gonna have nothing but hell on their hands. So somebody who was able to upkeep themselves got way too comfortable and did not take into consideration that the lifestyle they had, others didn't have it. And what got them caught up is because they had people around them, ops, that basically said, you know what? I want what you got. And when they stopped giving to these people, the people turn their backs on them. So what you can learn from this situation is, if you got somebody trying to get you involved in community gang stalking, if you got somebody that is jealous and envious of you and trying to develop a frenemy dynamic, and if you have finances, it don't matter how many malicious false rumors of gossip that they start about you. Let them do what they gonna do. Sit there and keep your side, keep your yard clean, keep your house clean. Because the people that they work with is trying to get their position as well. And those people that may be working with them to take you out, they would like your position as well. But because if you have boundaries and you don't allow them to negatively impact you, or you don't give them access to you, they ain't gonna be able to say shit about you. And anything they say about you will come back null and void and a lie. So somebody, and I'm picking up, if you were divine feminine, you had a toxic feminine trying to pretend to be a divine feminine. If they or this could be mentioning a toxic feminine trying to take a divine feminine's position. Anyone that work with the toxic feminine is turning their back on that toxic feminine. Now, if there's some toxic masculines who benefited off of the toxic feminine, if they haven't exactly showed up yet in this reading, that's because the toxic feminine might be very unaware of the toxic masculine energy, and how it has and how it's taking advantage of their resources and the people they're connected to. And this will eventually come out later. But if this is a court case, what's going to get clarity first and foremost on what's going on is busting the toxic feminine energy that's expecting everybody to kiss her ass. Now, I'm a feminine, and I'm gonna keep it honest. When people try to put me in compromising positions, my feminine energy does feel anger. At the same time, I'm not out here, I'm the queen, bow down to me, you gotta listen to me, you gotta do this. No, shit. I'm uncomfortable. I feel triggered. What healing needs to take place for me to move forward? If I feel triggered, I'm grateful for this moment. I may not be grateful in that moment. I may be pissed the fuck off. I may be like, well, damn, you're trying to get under my skin. And I feel something. But instead of me reacting and responding with entitlement, I'm going to take the time to heal. I'm going to feel them uncomfortable emotions and work through that shit. I journal. I carry a journal with me. But a toxic feminine is going to get a group of toxic masculines busted. Now, the toxic masculines think they getting away with some shit if this is connected to a court case. In order to catch the toxic masculines, we got to catch the toxic feminines. All right? So, to end this reading with this 4 of clubs here, 4 of with this 4 of wands here in the 6 of wands, always be humble. Now, when I say humble, I don't mean you become a doormat for somebody to walk all over you. This is a message of humility. If you have a court case, I don't care how much money you got, develop humility. Child, develop humility. If you understand how court cases work, you understand you're going to have people that's going to really try to push your buttons. They're going to try to push them buttons. Now, if you know what you know, there's no reason for you to give your secrets away to people that want your secrets and to try to get your secrets out of you by pushing your buttons. So, if you got a court case, humility is going to be able to cut through the bullshit. And somebody was lacking humility, and the people that's hiding behind them with that toxic feminine getting exposed. It's going to expose the rest of the group, the toxic masculines that have been trying to basically put all the blame on the feminine energy. And we're going to end it there.